Shadows creeping in the night, feel the chill. Whispers in the dark, telling secrets for the thrill. Footsteps echo, lost in the mist. Haunted by the past, a fate that can't be missed. Dark waters where the sun screams. Looking through the void, chasing broken dreams. Lights flashing, walking racing fast. Dancing with the shadows, we were never meant to last. In the depths where the nightmares play, a twisted sanctuary where we lose our way. Hold on tight to the edge of despair. In this dark, long world, we find solace rare.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Deuster?
Nothing much. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out, huh?
Hanging out, yeah.
As usual, fashionably late. It wouldn't be.
Wouldn't expect any less.
It would.
Did you have a nice Happy New Year?
Happy New Year, yeah. My New Year pretty much consists of just staying home now.
That's what we did, yeah.
It's amateur night, dude. I don't want anything to do with the people who are out on the road or
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So I just stay home.
What'd
you guys do?
We stayed at home.
Yeah.
We made it almost to time for the music note to drop in Nashville, and we didn't make it. We about 15 minutes shy. We went to bed. I couldn't stay up any longer.
Yeah, I was.
It was great. We had our granddaughter. She came in from Oregon from college and spent Christmas and New Year's with us. So she headed back yesterday. So she got back to her dorm about 7 o'clock last night. So everything went great.
Well, that's good. That's good. Nice to have her spend some time with you guys, no?
Oh yeah. Loved every minute of it. We didn't get out and do much. We usually get out and look at the all the Christmas lights, things like that. But we just more or less just the weather was kind of crappy, so we just kind of stayed home. We got out and done a few things, went shopping, stuff like that, but nothing elaborate or anything.
Yeah. I especially after last year, how crappy last year was. I just even if there was something extraordinary to do that I felt like, all right, this would be really cool to do on New Year's. I think I probably even that would have just turned it down just based off of how crappy last year was.
Right.
Like I just want to hunker down at home and just go like this and just wait until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock hits and go, is everything okay? Are we still alive?
We found a Merle Haggard special on TV, and I really enjoyed it. We watched it. It was a couple hours long. It was great. So I'm a big Merle Haggard fan. So
I saw something. Maybe it was that special that you're talking about. I saw something about Merle Haggard that night.
Yeah, they interviewed him. They had a long interview and all with him, and that played about all of his songs just about, and he explained each one of them and his time in prison and stuff like that. It was a real good show.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Merle Haggard is in prison?
Oh, yeah. He was in Folsom Prison and I think San Quentin, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Some rough prisons.
Yeah. Two of the roughest.
Yeah. Holy cow. What the heck did he do?
I think he stole a car, at one time, and there was something else he did. But
oh, man.
He was pretty wild in his younger days.
That's stealing a car's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've all done
And the
that,
bad
haven't we?
part is they stole the car. The way I understand it, they stole the car, drove around in it, uh, filled it up with gas, took it back, and left some money on the seat of the car. And they
See?
still press charges on them and ran him arrested.
See? Yeah, that's not right. They weren't stealing anything. They were just
They
gently
borrowed it. Yeah,
borrowing.
just borrowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice of them. Gas money and all. That's very kind.
Yes, it is.
I would have been I would have been happy. Somebody took my car, brought it back, filled it up, and left money. I'd have been like, shit, take it tomorrow night.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It'll be here. I'll leave the keys in tomorrow if you want them.
That's right. That's right. Free tank of gas and some money every time you take it. The keys are right there, bud. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Hey everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful, happy New Year's. If any of you if I haven't spoken to any of you, or you weren't here the last time, or whatever, I hope your Christmas is wonderful. Your Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of it. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season. What'd you get for Christmas, Dewey?
Well, you put me on the spot. I got me a new watch. It hooks up, with your phone, smartwatch.
Oh,
I got some clothes. I got a new pair of shoes and several more little things, but more or less just being with the family was my main gift,
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That was the main thing right there. Yeah, I took Dee to the jewelry store and got her a set of earrings and a necklace, and
ooh,
let her pick them up because I know she would like them. I like them, but I know if she picks them out, she's got to like them, or she can't complain about them,
Well, that was very nice of you. What a husband you are. It's Christmas is it's always fun. It always has a little magic attached to it, but it's different.
Oh yeah.
As you get older, when the kids are involved, that's when it's great. Like my brother's kids are all at the ages where Christmas is still really fun to them.
Oh yeah.
Jax is 10, Savannah's 8, and Baylor's 3. So they're all still right in that age.
Oh yeah, at the magical age right there, exactly.
Right. So that was fun seeing them get excited. Baylor opening his gifts. He gets a battery operated kids chainsaw. He opens it up and he goes, "Just what I needed."
Wow.
Like I'm glad we could contribute to you starting your first tree removal business at 3 years old. Didn't know you needed it that bad. Oh, they're great though, man. They're great.
How you feeling there, Lady Wolf?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Told me she wasn't feeling too good today, and
she's been having some bad days.
Yeah.
For a while though. I hope she's doing better. We talked recently.
We usually talk just every couple of 3 days, just about. So stay in pretty close contact.
Yeah, we love her.
So she's dealing with it.
That's all we can do, right? Yeah. I had to back up real quick here. Miss K. Hi, Miss K. Love you. Just got back from shopping for the snow apocalypse that's coming our way. 15 inches. Rapola. That's a lot.
We made a trip to the store and got our toilet paper and bread and milk. So we're all set, ready to go.
Right. The apocalypse comes. That's all you need. Toilet paper, bread, and milk.
Exactly.
That's it. I make jokes about it every time like that we get
I do too.
That we get snowstorms here. Like, this is New England, folks. Most of us have lived here our whole lives. You've been through blizzards over and over and over. The moment that they announce, oh, we're gonna have a snowstorm, 4 or 5 inches of snow, everybody's like, oh my God, and they run to the store and they're buying up this, that, and the other thing, and the stores are packed. And I'm like, I walk through the stores as these people are losing their shit, and I just walk through like mesmerized by the idiocy. Like, all right, we're doing this again, really?
Yeah, yeah.
We've gotten through 2.5 feet of snow, whiteout conditions, like a couple inches will be okay, I think, guys. And why is it that everybody, the first thing they buy is bread, milk, and eggs?
Right.
The three things that are going to go bad the fastest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's right, Miss K. Pizza. That's the way to go.
That's right. Pizza, yeah.
You got stick with me, you'll be fine. Cold pizza will last you quite a while.
Oh,
Pop
yeah.
Tarts don't go bad, right?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Kyle will get you there. You don't worry about it. You stick with me, you'll be okay.
Back there in the COVID pandemic, we were in Kroger's, and this lady, that's before they put a limit on it. This lady had 2 shopping carts and had them piled full of packs of toilet paper.
Oh, I know.
I started to ask her if she was fixing to make a trip to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But they finally put a limit on it after that. No, we used to keep pretty good stock here. I'm kind of like a prepper. I've got a few things of staples that I can cook if I have to. I got some 5-gallon buckets full of the essentials and stuff. Plus, we have a few MREs too. So I'm not going to starve for a while. So
those MREs are like the greatest thing to keep around, man. And nowadays, you go on Amazon, you can find them like big buckets of them.
Yeah,
you can buy like the bucket,
right.
And some of them now are actually pretty good. They're not like crappy army meals that you would get back in the day. Like some of them are pretty darn tasty. So if you're ever feeling like you really do need to stock up on something that's going to get you through, like those MREs, some of them are pretty good.
That's right, Lady Wolf. We got to have coffee.
You have to have coffee.
Our power was off a month or two ago, and I had to have my coffee. I've got a little propane stove set up on my back screened-in porch. I took the percolator out there, and I made me some coffee. I usually use the Keurig, to make our coffee with, but I used the percolator that time. This is the best coffee I ever drank.
Drink plenty of water with MREs; they will stop you up. Oh, Lady Wolf. Kay says there are people who wouldn't last too long without their coffee for sure. Lady Wolf says, I'm one of those, Kay. I drink it for the protection of others.
Yeah. It's not for her, it's for everybody else.
That's right. Yeah. I actually cut back immensely on the coffee over the last year.
I'm down to about 1 cup a day now, but
I used to drink like 4, sometimes 5. Then it was like 3. And then a lot of times I was drinking it, like making it drinking, and I only drink like half a cup, and then I dumped half, and I'd make another one and dump half, and I was wasting it. Then I was like, you know what, this is terrible. I'm drinking a lot of it, and I'm wasting a lot of it. I need to cut back, and I got to the point where I just stopped drinking it altogether. I started drinking green tea instead.
Yeah, I cut back to 1 cup, but it's a 24-ounce cup. I mean, So.
Oh well, there you go. You just brew it in your tub.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great. Pappy Two Bears, how are you? Good to see you. Truth Walker, good to see you. Dwarf always has the coolest little what do you call these things? Little picture things. I forget the name for them. Are they emojis? Is that what those things are called?
Oh yeah.
I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm old.
Yeah, that's me.
Forgive
I am
me.
too. Memes and emojis and
Yeah. So I randomly popped onto Joe's show. Not randomly. I usually watch it, but lately I've been having to watch like the next day, just because of like work or whatever. So I would usually watch like Tuesday morning, but Monday night I was free, and awake, and so I was able to watch. I popped on, and he was like, he said he was doing the thing with the open lines,
Yeah.
share the thing or whatever. And I was like, oh well, I'll pop in and say, give my 2 cents real quick, and then got roped into staying for the show.
Yeah, you got roped in hanging out the whole show, didn't you?
Got roped into hanging out the whole show.
It was good though. It was good. It was good.
No, not that I mind at all. I love those
yeah.
guys.
I got
so
in and
much.
said my 2 or 3 minutes worth, and I got out there where everybody else could. But there was 1 or 2 there that got kind of lengthy in their talk.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, though, some of the stuff that people were sharing as far as like predictions was really some pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah,
And
it was. It really was.
I was very intrigued by a lot of the thoughts and ideas that people had about what might happen this year and where some of this stuff is going. I love the thought that somebody said about this will be the year that Joe and Jesse get their best evidence ever. That I mean, I think that's almost a given, because every year they keep improving, right? They keep pushing the envelope, and they keep trying new things, and so it's almost a given that each year they're going to get better evidence than the last year.
And I hope if they do, it's due to the device that I fixed up for them. I hope it's got something to do with it.
Dewey, can I tell you something?
Sure.
That I hope so, and at the same time I don't.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Just because of the danger factor associated with how hard they're pushing these things.
Yeah.
And I expressed that to them on the show.
Yeah, things are getting a little weird, week by week, so it's,
yeah.
So I don't know if the veil's getting thinner or if they just pushing a little more, but
I think it's multiple things. I think it's like what we talked about, that Jesse has abilities and connections to things that others don't. She's very open to things that most other people aren't.
Right.
I think with people like that, it's almost like a beacon to this stuff.
Yeah.
Where it knows immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's one of them. So let's get over there and let's really, let's try to communicate. And then you find it with like people who, when they realize they're mediums, they once it's established that they have this ability, a lot of them talk about how all of a sudden it was like overwhelming, that these spirits would just like rush to them once, because they found out that they have the ability, and now they want to communicate with them or pass messages along or whatever. I think it's a similar thing with Jessie, where she's got some connection to the other side. On top of that, she's trying these things and pushing the envelope and what's that contact modalities that she's it's just we've seen the inherent danger in this stuff with other people who've done it, and I just hate to think that something bad could ever happen to them, but it could. They're not immune to it.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that just by proxy, when you're doing this stuff, especially in the places they're doing it, they're putting themselves in these areas that are so remote.
Oh yeah.
If Joe and Jesse are out there in the middle of the night doing something, well, you know what they're doing. But if other people were out there in the middle of the night doing something, generally it's bad.
Turns out bad. Yeah.
It's nefarious. What are people doing out in such a remote area at 1 a.m?
Yeah.
Right. If you're not doing what Joe and Jesse are doing, and what are the chances of them running into another group of people doing the same thing they're doing? Probably pretty slim. So it's dangerous. It's scary. I really hope that they start to be able to, pump the brakes a little bit, and just understand that none of this is worth their safety.
Yeah, I sent her a text this morning, asked her how she was feeling. And she's feeling a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe the medicine's going to kick in and take over, maybe. And I went to the my physical therapist. Went to my doctor yesterday, and then the physical therapy the day before, and she was very well pleased with my range of motion, how I could use my arm and all. And she didn't just tell me to keep doing my exercises. And I asked her about adding a little weight to it, maybe a pound or something like that, maybe. And she said, "Yeah, by all means." And I got to checking. Oh, what weighs a pound? I hadn't got an ankle weight I can put on my wrist. I need to get me one. I got to thinking, there's a couple of things that weigh a pound I can probably pick up. Is maybe a bottle of water. I got to looking, and a bottle of beer weighs about the same too. So kind of decision I got to make. Maybe do some arm curls. Maybe.
There you go. That's not a bad way to strengthen that bad boy, huh?
The doctor told me to get rid of my splint. I didn't need it anymore. So I got it. I got it off. That's why my arm's a little sore, I guess, today, because I didn't wear a sling or anything today. So I guess I need to wear a sling every once in a while, I guess, to kind of support it. But
Well, that's great, dude. I'm
I'll get
glad.
there. Oh, I did get a couple of theremin kits for Christmas too. So I'm gonna build a couple, 3 more REM pods.
Nice.
Get a few more of them done. I've got one more little project I want to work on. Is a little. I'm gonna take this little bad boy, this little skull, and I'm gonna put a light in each one of his eye sockets and the one in his nose. And I'm gonna use my yes, no, I don't know device, and I'm gonna incorporate it into that, to where it'll have 3 antennas about it, one off each side and maybe one in the back. And you touch one, it'll be yes. You touch the other, it'll be no, and the other one will be I don't know. So maybe it gets maybe a little another contact device, maybe. But
Well, that's awesome. That's a great idea.
Was that you?
Oh, I think it's me. I don't know why. I thought I turned it off. I see those people coming up with crafty ways to make these REM pods and whatnot, and selling them, man. You can make some money just for a REM pod alone sells for about $100, a decent
Oh
one.
yeah.
You put a little twist on it, like that Ghostbusters thing, and you're talking about a lot more money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so neat. Yes, yeah, theremin. Yep, that's what they do. That's how they make them things.
I've been wanting to find me one of the little Scooby-Doo mystery machine, but I can't find one. I could find one that's metal, but I don't know how metal would work. Around this, I don't know how that. These be plastic, I guess. But
That's really funny you mentioned that, because I saw a Scooby-Doo machine, a mystery machine, the other day in GameStop. Yeah, a plastic one, like toy. Yeah, yep.
We got a GameStop here in town. I may go check that out.
Yeah, go check it out.
Amazon can't find one, that's big enough to make one out of. But
I'll go back and check it. I didn't see what the price was on it. I'll go back and check it out though and see if it's still there. Yeah, I was looking at it because I was like, oh, this is neat, man. I love Scooby-Doo. My nephew loves it too. So I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill him.
That's why I left my phone in the living room.
First it was Lady Wolf. That's okay. Lady Wolf, I love you, honey. I love you. Yep. Okay.
Your snacks. That's right.
Hold on. Fresh is all over me right now.
Oh no.
That's Fresh. Why are you not in the chat, buddy? How come you're on my phone? You're watching and you're lurking, but you're not in the chat.
Oh, he's lurking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a rash.
Yeah, I noticed your haircut. I like that.
That's exactly what he's messaging me about. Oh gosh, I love him. Well, thank you, Dewey. Thank you.
Oh well.
Yeah. So the whole I my barber friend is most of you guys are not going to know anything about who this person is, but we'll
Fidel Sassoon.
no. There's a very famous rapper by the name of Fat Joe. He's like platinum selling, Grammy winning, like massive, big star. Back during COVID, my Fat Joe was doing this thing where it was like Zoom calls. You would put your name in, and people got randomly selected, like out of a big group of people. And if you got selected, you got like a 10-minute Zoom with him. They talk to him, ask him questions or whatever. So my barber did it because he was home during COVID and everything to do, and he got selected. Excuse me. Well, the moment that Fat Joe and him connect on the screen, Fat Joe looks at him and says, "Whoa, bro, your hair looks so good. Me, your beard is nice." He's like, "You look like my DJ Khaled is another famous DJ or whatever." And Danny says, "Oh, I appreciate that. I'm a barber. I do it all myself." And so Fat Joe asks him what kind of products he uses. They talk. Ends up Joe is coming out with his own line of stuff. And now, fast forward now, 2020, well, last year, 2023, Danny and him connected to work together to promote this product in Danny's shop. And Fat Joe sent all this stuff over. He also came to the Barber Expo here at Mohegan Sun, which is the biggest barber expo in the world now, and was Danny's special guest for the whole day. They promoted the product, blah, blah, blah. Well, now they're partnering together on a product. And this is major for Danny. This is huge. This is putting him in a totally different place business-wise. And so anyway, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff to promote these things and the different products and blah, blah, blah. And they wanted to do stuff so that do haircuts on people and do stuff to put in the commercials and the whatever, the promotional ads and stuff. So yeah, I went and got my hair did and all that as part of that, all that fun. So yeah.
All right. There you go.
Yep. But really cool for Danny. Danny's such a great guy. He does a ton of stuff for the community. Gives out school supplies every year, free haircuts. He's got a program for single dads and single moms where he helps them out with groceries, like all kinds. He's just such a great guy. It's a great guy. Couldn't have happened to a better dude.
We need more people like that in the world.
Yeah, and the whole shop gets in on all this stuff. They all contribute and do things, and so it's really cool, man. I'm happy to be a part of anything that they do, and yeah. So anyhow,
yeah, that's something I miss back when I was in the rescue squad. Every year we'd get together and make up fruit baskets for people, things like that, and get toys and go buy toys and stuff and go give out to kids. I miss that part of it, but
yeah,
I miss doing that every year.
Yeah, it's so rewarding when you get to help anybody out in any way, and I just that's why I'm happy to support them in the shop in any way I can. If Danny ever asked me to do anything, I would do it.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, two more gifts that I got. I forgot to mention. was my friend Geraldine Sutton Stith, sent me this book about the
Oh,
Hopkinsville Goblins, and she sent me this one, the Kelly Green Men Revisited.
oh,
And there's information in there I didn't know anything about. Of course, I'm writing a book on it too. I'm up a little over 100 pages, and I'm still digging on stuff. But it's a lot of information in it, a lot of family stuff that her father had told her, and things like that, before he passed away. And it's some neat information in it. She's going to take these off Amazon sometime here pretty soon. So if anybody wants to get one, they better go in and get them now while they can, because
there you go.
she's writing a new book. It's going to take the place of both of these.
Okay.
But she went ahead and sent them to me. So we've been talking back and forth every day or two, about things to use in the book and things like that. And we did find one article that where she may have had a little sister that got run over by a 2-horse wagon run across her stomach, and she was 3 years old at the time. This was in 1927, and she didn't know anything about. She hadn't even heard anything about that at all. But it plainly says who her parents were and everything in the article, So something we got kind of looking into. Nobody had said anything about that, But just all the details you find doing research, it makes everything kind of interesting, And it's sad, but today was expecting her to survive, but I can't find any listing to her afterwards, so evidently she didn't, So I can't see a steel wheel on a 2-horse wagon loaded with furniture run over a 3-year-old kid and her survive. I don't, I can't see it.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No,
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go back through the chat here, the things that I missed. And I did miss quite a bit. So I apologize for that.
You need to write a book. You know it?
I do?
You do.
Sovereign Cosmic Wildman, welcome. That's a pretty awesome name. It's a very awesome name, actually. Kaiju, what's up, man? Would I write a book? Would I write a book? I don't know, man. What would I write about? I mean, obviously, I could write about the many crazy times I had during the height of addiction, which that alone could fill up quite a few chapters. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. It just seems very daunting writing a book.
It is.
It seems like a very daunting task to take on, and I think my ADD and anxiety might make me a little bit overwhelmed. But I wouldn't say no. I think I would need a little bit of guidance doing so, but yeah, maybe.
I could give you a hand with that if you need help with it.
Yeah, well, you're the man to go to. You've written enough of them. Kaiju, man, I'll tell you what, Tristan, I would love to get you back on the show at some point, man. Just to chit chat about some of that stuff that you had happen, but just kind of discuss some of it and some of the things that the since you were on the last time, obviously there's been more and more people who have had these experiences where they've recorded these weird hum noises, like that you recorded, Joe and Jesse recorded something like that. I know Doug Highcheck's talked about it. Maybe we can get you back on at some point to talk about some of that stuff. Plus, I just can't get enough of the audio that he recorded. It's just some of the coolest audio ever. If you guys haven't heard that stuff, you really need to go listen to it. He was on here last year, and then Salish Sasquatch did a thing with him not too long ago, which is a great episode, by the way. To go watch that if you've ever got time. So anyhow, Sovereign shows up in the coolest of chats. Well, thank you for that. I think it's a pretty cool chat. I might be a little biased, but so I came across this video, and awesome, dude, awesome. I'll message you this week and we'll set something up, man. I came across this video, and there's a lot of videos out there. I get sent a lot every day. I find them on my own. Dude, that's really funny. That dwarf, that's hilarious because oh my god, dude, that's really funny because the very first time that I ever got my hair braided, when it was long and I was growing it out and trying to like it was in between, and I didn't know what else to do with it, so I went and got it braided. That was exactly what my barber said. He said, "Oh, you look like Sean Paul," which again, most of you guys are not going to know who that is, but but we do. We know who that is. He's a reggae artist, and there is a bit of a similarity, just a tiny one.
Deep
Anyhow,
perm in my hair one time. It looked like, I don't know if it was an afro or it looked more like Bob Ross. I mean, it was out there.
a perm.
Well, yeah.
Oh boy, I
Yeah.
wish I could see that.
I'll try to find a picture. I don't know if I can find a picture of that or not. I'll probably burn all them. Back when I had hair.
I wish I could see that. What's up, Bundy? Give me the light.
Al Bundy.
Oh, that's so funny. You guys are awesome. So anyway, this video, like I said, I come across a lot of videos. We all do, right? I generally write most of them off as like AI or whatever. And this one, it just doesn't strike me as AI. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm going to try to pull it up. It is of, bear with me here. It is of a, large humanoid, very large, excuse me, traversing this mesa in Sonora. And where's my email? Where is my email? You go away. Son of a gun. This is what happens. I haven't used this thing in so long for the show. Now I forget how to even operate it.
We all need to get together and go to the Smithsonian and read their giant skeleton collection. You know it?
Yeah, really.
They've been hoarding back over the years.
That's right. Oh, come on. Let's try this. Oh crap. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here.
Why can I not find it? More. Nope. Oh man. All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's do this. Let's try if I do. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to hear this, I hope. Where did it go? And share. There. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it goes through. If it works. Hopefully it will. Why is it not going through? Why is it not going through?
You have all this AI out there right now. It's gonna be hard to distinguish what's real and what's not. You know it.
What's that?
With all this AI they're doing now,
Yeah.
it's hard to distinguish if something's actually real or if it's not.
It's very difficult to distinguish. Except like there are some things that give it away. But the longer that this continues, the harder it's going to be, right? It's just going to get better and better and better.
They're getting better with it and getting more advanced.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Why is shit not going through? I wonder if I can send it here. Maybe it'll work if I send it there. Let's try that. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. I'm amateur here. People are probably dropping off like flies. Why is this not on there? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Son of a bitch.
What he said.
Sorry, this is not a kid's show. This is not a kid's show. This is I'm Irish.
Me too. Son of a Bigfoot.
Well, I don't know. This ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to try to show it on the camera here. This is probably gonna be crap. Let's see. Oh, this is not gonna work at all. Nope. Not gonna work. God darn it. Why is this not working? There's no reason this shouldn't go directly to my email. I don't get it. Don't get it. There it is. I got it. You son of a bee. Yep, you son of a bee. I finally got it. All right, here we go. Share screen. Hold on. Let me pull this up first before I do any of that. Download. Open. I guess just once. That. Okay.
Just realized who you look like.
Who do I look like?
Billy D. Williams in Star Wars. That is not Billy
Billy
D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams?
Yeah. Your hair? Yeah.
He didn't have braids.
What kind of?
He had like a wave.
Well, that's what come to mind anyway.
That's funny. Okay. Oh, it's gonna stupid thing. All right, share screen. Uh, of course, stupid thing. Share, download. Here we go. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out. Check this out. This is in Sonora. Whoops. Go away. Not the greatest camera work, but here, play it again. But just try to like look at how it moves up this rocky terrain, and whatever that is, that's tall. It's very tall. Arms and legs look very long.
All I'm seeing is a screen that says cannot preview file. There was a problem playing this video.
That's all you're seeing?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And it says download, and I can't make out the other one.
You gotta be shitting me.
It's got the name of the Instagram file of MP4 file up at the top of it, but
Oh my God. Well, this is a fucking disaster. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jesus.
son of a nutcracker.
I fucking hate technology. Well, I do not understand why this is not working.
Like trying to nail Jello to a ceiling. That's a good one.
That is a good one. It makes no sense. I don't know. I don't understand. I was watching it. I don't how the hell I could watch it and you couldn't. Yeah, I don't get it. Shut up. Well, I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do. None of this is working. So stupid. So stupid. Well, there goes the fucking show. I did click download. I clicked download 3 times. It downloaded, played it on my screen, and didn't play it for you. It wouldn't play it for you for some reason. I don't know why. What the hell? I'll try it again. Authorized. Login. Authorized. Uses that. Please log in to the Google Drive authorized Apple website. Perhaps block it. Disable third-party cookies. Does that work correctly? I guess. Try. Google Drive. Continue. Video player. Google Drive wants to access your Google account. Except your Google Drive. You're signing into Google Video Player Drive. You'll be able to associate with a personal info on Google. Connect itself to your Google Drive. Yes, that's what I want to do right there. Let's see. Is it all right? Make sure. Is it... I don't fucking know. All right, I quit. I give up. And none of this is working. I'm about to throw this fucking thing through a wall. What's going to happen? I don't understand it. I pulled it up earlier with no problem. Now I get here on the show, and of course it doesn't work because why would it? Why would it? Just unreal. Well, yep, 2025 does suck so far. So does this fucking computer.
We could just talk about giants, I guess. I mean, I'd like to see the video, but
well, the video is the basis of the whole fucking show.
It happens.
Oh my god. I'm just livid right now. And of course I can't even show it on the phone because it doesn't show up. Doesn't show up. Right? Nope, not that one. This one.
Be careful what you click on.
Nah, there's nothing bad. See, it green screens it out. You can't even see the background.
Right there, hold it right there.
Background gets green screened out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Be still right there.
It's not working. Damn it. This is not working. I mean, there's obviously some weird figure, but that's not what it looks like in the regular video.
Can you put that link up in the in the comments? And
I wonder if I do this. Hold on. I wonder if I do that. Oh, this is not going to work either. Nope. Not going to be able to see it. Could I put that link up in the comments? I don't know if I even have the link. I took a screen recording of the video. Oh my god. Message. I wish. Fuck, man. My god. Yep. I give up. I fucking give up. I'm about to turn this all off right now. I'm so pissed. I'm so fucking pissed. Why this worked before and is not working now is beyond me. It makes no sense. None whatsoever. Did I send this to anybody? Let me see. If I sent it to somebody, then
I have no idea how I would stream it from here. I've never done that before. I don't know.
Yeah, Dewey's not versed in that yet.
Nope.
Ah. Okay.
He said.
All right. Copy link. I'm just gonna have to put it in the chat. I guess that's the only thing I can do, and you guys are just gonna have to watch it on your own. Okay. Now this cluster. All right. I just posted it in the chat. So you guys are going to have to click on it and check it out yourselves. Sadly. I wish I could have got it to work on here, but take a look. Let me know what you think. I didn't. I watch this thing over and over, and it, parts of it sometimes look a little weird, and then other times, like I look at it and I go, I don't know, man, this looks pretty solid. Especially when they zoom in on this thing, and the proportions, it looks tall as hell. It looks very tall. It doesn't look muscular. It just looks really tall, stretched out, and long legs, long arms, and the way that it traverses this mesa, this rocky desert mountain mesa, like I sure as hell couldn't do that, even in my best day. Even on my best day, I couldn't. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going
to. Excuse me. Y'all have to figure out how I can stream something like that. I'm new at this stuff.
I can show you how one day, buddy. It's not that hard. Although I made it look like it was extremely difficult. All right, so yeah, that's the only thing. The it's hard to say because there's not a lot of reference points and how far away we are, but the whole point was I want to know what people's thoughts are on the possibility of there being giants. Obviously there's been giant skeletons found. I remember I was listening to this podcast once, it was like 6 or 7 years ago, and it was a guy who was some kind of scientist or whatever, or something. He was going over to study the way that these people lived in this mountain village. I forget where exactly it was, but way out in like these mountains somewhere, away from society. And the people who lived in that village, obviously they lived very remote, but they said there's another village that's even more remote, that's up on this side of the mountain. And they said, we don't go over there, and those people don't go much further than wherever outside of their village, because they say that there are like 3 or 4 giants who live at the top of the mountain, and they sometimes will come down and go hunt and whatever. They'll see them with big like stick, like tree branches, using as clubs to hunt things or whatever. And obviously, you never know if this is kind of like one of those just tales that gets passed along in these areas, that's meant to teach a lesson or something like that. But when we were talking before the show, I said to Dewey, I think a lot of this stuff comes from somewhere that's real, right? These tales of giants come from something real. The Bible has tales of giants.
Yeah.
We were talking 500 or 600 feet tall. Then obviously you have the argument about like the Nephilim were a race of giant and whatever, and Sasquatch are kind of a giant in some ways compared to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju says he heard stories about mountain giants and people found pretty large footprints, and there's reported sightings of them 15 plus feet. Exactly. It makes you wonder, like, is it possible that these things that they exist still, maybe in like very small pockets, in these super, super remote places, right? Where it would take a very large, hardy individual to survive in. What's that law, that scientific law that like the colder and more inhospitable the environment, the larger the animals get? You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it. I don't know what the name of it is, but
Yeah. But anyway, it's basically, if an environment is cold and inhospitable, the larger the animals are in that area. They have to be to survive, right? They have to have more muscle, more fat, all that stuff, so that they can get through. If they were these weak, measly little things, they would just die off. Which is an argument that people make about, like, the Sasquatch down south being shorter. People talk about them being like 6 to 7 feet as opposed to 8 to 10 feet, where like you hear about them being 8 to 10 feet tall in the Pacific Northwest, or Canada, or even like up in the border of like Maine. You've heard stories about them being big up there. Well, it would make sense. It's colder, more mountainous. They would need to be bigger. So I want to know what does everyone think? Do you think it's possible that there is still giants like roaming the earth today, alive? When I say giant, I mean something over 12 feet tall, right? Let's say that's the cut. That's the starting point. Rivendell.
I think it's possible. I know back in the turn of the century, they dug up one in Bowling Green, Kentucky, that was I think over 13 feet tall.
Yeah,
and
well, they dug them up all over the place.
Yeah, and they carted the bones off, and they haven't been seen since. So I don't know.
Yeah, they there's obviously the rumors about many of these giants being found in these graves across the United States, and then they disappear to the Smithsonian, never to be seen again. So it's I'd love to get down into the basement levels of the Smithsonian and see exactly what they got down there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just.
It'd be nice to have a leg bone, make a club out of, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It would.
Hey, Henry.
Sorry, just checking some of these comments. Hey, Henry, how are you, buddy? Doesn't seem possible. People have told stories and they want to be believed like I do, so who knows? Again, I just think that the stuff, a lot of this stuff has to come from somewhere, right? There's there's, even like people, when people joke about things, there's that whole saying, like, a lot of truth is said in jest, right? People joke about things, but there's a lot of truth said in these things. So it's like, it's not impossible. At one point, dinosaurs roamed this planet, right? We still are so, we're still so lost on, I think, a lot of what, there's this, like, the missing link thing. I think there's way more than just one link out there that we don't know about. Yeah, that's it. Bergman's. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kaiju. That's the one. But like, I just think there's a lot that we don't know. The arrogance of us as a race is always so crazy to me, that like we assume that we do know everything, and that like what the people, what the governing bodies and the scientists, what they tell us, that's it, right? People just believe it, and that's where the problem lies, right? Is that we're so easily manipulated. I watched a video not too long ago, and I shared this with a couple people. There was a gentleman that had a classroom of people. It's like 40 people in this classroom, right? He had a screen at the front of the classroom, and he said, "Do you guys want to see what the Matrix is?" And they all said, "Yeah, I want to see what the Matrix is. What's the Matrix?" And he goes, "All right, look up here." On the screen, there was a blue circle and a red circle right next to each other. They, like, the same circle, just one blue, one red. Well, for all intents and purposes, anyway. And he goes, "You guys see a blue circle and a red circle?" "Yep, we all see a blue circle." "Okay." He goes, "Which one's bigger?" And he stops and he waits, and everyone's kind of going, "What?" Looking at each other, and he's like, "Which one's bigger?" "One of them's bigger. So you tell me which one's bigger. I'll give you a minute." He waits, and he goes, "All right, raise your hand if you think the red circle's bigger." Everyone's kind of like a little hesitant, but like half the class raises their hand, the red one. He goes, "All right, raise your hand if you think the blue one's bigger." The other half of the class raises their hands, the blue one's bigger. And he goes, "All right, you want to know which one's bigger?" And they all say, "Yeah." And he goes, "They're the same size. But look how quickly I got you all to abandon your own thought and jump to what and to jump to believe what I said was true without any kind of, you didn't look into it, you didn't ask any questions, I said it, you believed it, and that was that." He goes, "Look how quick I was able to manipulate you into thinking something that wasn't true." And that is the basis of what media does, the government does, school. I mean, we're told all this shit is true and led to believe it, but how much is being left out? How much? I was
going to say, you must work for the government.
How much is lies? How much is being left out? It's weird, man. It's weird. There are people who swear the Sasquatch they saw was 12 feet tall. Just freaking out, or is it true? So,
did you see Henry's comment where he saw his first Bigfoot?
I did not. Henry saw his first Bigfoot?
Mm-hmm.
What? Mike, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I saw my first Bigfoot yesterday, 5:30 a.m. What? At your house? Up at the property? Got back. By the time I got back, it was gone. I have a dash cam. I need to review it. Almost hit it. 7 feet. Holy shit. Well, Henry lives in an area up north that it's a lot of history up there of this stuff. A lot. I'm not going to give away. He can tell you if he wants you to know exactly where he lives, but long history of it. A lot of remote areas up there. New Hampshire. Yes. Yep. Wow, that's crazy, buddy.
It is.
He's got he's got game cameras all over his property. He's got bear, deer, bobcats. I mean, he sent me some cool pictures, man. And he's out there hunting all the time. It's a really cool area. And I know the area because we were up there camping last year, pretty damn close to where he is, actually, I believe. I don't want to say where we were because, you know, some people get weird on the internet and then they want to, you know, go out there and follow you or whatever. So, but he knows because he knows the area. And it's pretty it's a pretty crazy area. Lady Wolf, love you. Everybody just say some prayers and send some love to Lady Wolf. She hasn't been
Good night, Lady Wolf. Hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah, honey. If you need anything, please
tell Greg he's in our thoughts and prayers too. Okay.
Yep. Message me, call, whatever you want to do. Got a bunch of big UNS ads. What is that? I'm lost. My phone died and I got back on and got a bunch of big UNS ads. What is that? I'm lost. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows what Al's saying, UNS, what are those? What is that? Ads on this channel? I mean, I know that this isn't monetized. There shouldn't be any. Well, they'll do it anyway. YouTube will do it anyway, but I didn't monetize this. They'll get their money. So yeah. So point being, what Kay was saying. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, please continue praying for her. But what Kay was saying, people saying they see 12-foot Sasquatches, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at all. I think it's quite possible. You know, I've even heard people describe them being, 14 or 15 feet tall. That might be probably as far as I would go. I don't think I would say they're much bigger than that at all. But again, what do I know? I don't know anything. I'm just making a guess here based on limited information. But 12 foot, I could see that. I would say that in my assumption, that would be like one of the biggest Sasquatch probably in America. That'd be my guess anyway. Because I think the average you hear is generally between 7 to 9, right? 7 to 9 feet is about the average. But again, the average size of a male American is like what, 5'10", right? I think that's the average height for a grown male in America. But we know that there are anomalies. We know that there are people who are much taller than that.
Right.
So it's possible that the same thing happens with Sasquatch, especially if they are some kind of relative of ours, right? Here you go. Kaiju's saying it right here. There you go. If humans can have people that are as tall as Shaq or Andre the Giant, why couldn't there be a Bigfoot equivalent? Yeah, there could be.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Absolutely. I would say that is probably an anomaly. I don't think that 15-foot Sasquatch is the norm. I think we continue to hear 7 to 9 feet. That's probably the average. That's probably the norm. But who's to say? These things live out in the remote wilderness, or maybe not even so remote in some cases, but they remain hidden. They need to survive in pretty crazy environments sometimes, which means they would have to have a large body mass. It's possible that they could get to be 12, 14, maybe even 15 feet tall. I know that there's been 24-inch footprints found. That's a damn big foot.
Yes.
That is a damn big foot. 24 inches, 2 feet, 2 feet long, 1 foot, 2 feet long. That thing would have to be around 12 to 13 feet tall. It would have to be. Done some deep dives and rabbit holes about giants and come to find out I found something eye-opening. What did you find out? Let me know. Ron Moore had 23-inch prints in the Sierras. What's his name? Steve Coles, 22-inch prints in the Adirondacks. I think last year, after the Bigfoot Festival, I think he found a 22-inch track.
You doing?
Hillary Clinton went to the Smithsonian and signed out documents on giants and never returned them. That doesn't surprise me. Hillary? Not Hillary. Not Hillary Clinton. No. No way. Do you think she's using them to take out all her enemies, the giants? Probably. This is one of those topics, though, that like obviously I love the Bigfoot stuff. We know that I have, if you watch the show, you know that I have a affinity for the Kentucky Goblin case. But the giants, like mountain giants that you would read in fairy tales, that stuff always gets me. I am so intrigued by it. And I'm not saying like giants like a Bigfoot giant, but like more of like a human-esque giant, you know, maybe ones with 6 fingers, 6 toes, you know, those crazy troll that lives under the bridge that beats people with a club and that kind of thing. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Sharks with laser beams. Oh, that's great. One of my favorite movies, actually.
Huh?
$1 million.
Rock giants.
Rock giants.
Made out of rocks. Come off the mountains.
Oh.
Come down. What are they called? Golems?
Golems.
Golems. Yeah.
That's
Well,
like station with Stitch Witch.
Hi, Stitch. I heard her say rock giants, and there's
They said golem.
There's stories about the rock giants in Vietnam.
Oh.
Yeah.
These giants that would, you know, that lived in like caves and in the rocky outcroppings there, and
Yes.
scary shit, man. The Kandahar giant. Yep, there's that story that's been, you know, that's going around for quite a while. And you talk about that area out there when you're talking Kandahar, Afghanistan, Pakistan, the amount of mountains in very inhospitable terrain. There are caves everywhere and tunnel systems everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about 100 degrees during the day, 120 degrees during the day, and then at night, freezing cold. So, and don't go up in the elevations there because it's cold the whole time. It snows on top of those mountains at elevation every day. Doesn't matter if it's summer. It's nasty. So certainly a place where these things could survive. Mary says Afghan red-haired giants are military split. Well, there's the red-haired giants what was the name of those giants there? Tristan, you'll probably know this. It was a big deal. These things, they were supposed to be cannibals back in the day, lived in the caves. Oh, come on. Hold on. The Lovelock cave giants. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
Tristan, damn you, Tristan. Yes, the Lovelock cave giants. Supposed to be cannibals, again, there's just so many stories. It's how do you write it off, right? So maybe this video is garbage, but the possibility that there are these things out there, in my eyes, is high. Matter of fact, I came across an article just yesterday that scientists said that they're pretty sure that there is a small primate, upright walking primate that is living in the jungles over in, I forget, the thing is Asia. That they're pretty much saying, yeah, this thing is, the possibility is, it's not possible, it's probable that this thing is real and it's out there. So, and I guess they have new evidence of it. So if you have evidence of something on the small side, right, then kind of goes to lends itself to the fact that you probably a good chance that there's something out there also on the larger side that we don't know about or understand yet.
True, that's right.
That Lovelock cave giant stuff is interesting. I don't know if anyone's ever read any of that, or I definitely, if you get a chance, go check that out. Everything is connected and spiritual are the Nephilim. If everything is connected and spiritual are the Nephilim in the Bible. Well, then they're definitely in the Bible, right?
Definitely.
I think the argument always comes down to exactly what they are, and different people have different beliefs on what they are, depending on their stance on religion itself. Sometimes, no, we haven't. We've explored 5% of our oceans. We've explored how much of our forests? Like 10%.
Sounds about right.
Of the forests on the planet. We don't know shit. We don't know shit. Giants to exist, they would have to be reproducing now. Other thing, dog man. Anyone seen a dog woman? Oh, I've dated a few. I've definitely dated a few, or at least gone home with a couple after a long night of drinking.
Wow. It wasn't the old groundhog maneuver, was it?
The groundhog maneuver?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, you wake up and she's laying on your arm. You chew your arm off to keep waking her up.
Oh God, that's great. I still have both my arms, so it never got that bad, but I probably could have at some point. What about the YouTube guy that spotted a giant in the mountains? He is missing. I know who you're talking about. That guy has died. That was all proven to be, well, okay, so I guess, who knows really, but it's supposed to be proven to be that he was doing all of that like scripted. So I don't know. Took me 3 years to walk during hunting season to fully understand 1,500 acres.
That's a lot of land.
1,500 acres is a lot of land. Yeah. I think about like Patchogue Forest here, that I go to. Well, I haven't been to in a while, but that I, investigate quite a bit, is like 22,000 acres. And that is in the grand scheme of like national forests and shit like that. It's a small forest, but it's 22,000 acres is a huge area.
Wow.
It's big. It's huge, right? But imagine the Adirondacks are over 6 million acres.
Hmm.
6 million acres, man. That's insane. So think about that. 6 million acres, the Adirondack Mountains alone. How much of that do you think we've actually traversed and really like got in there and studied hardcore? I'm going to say about 0.2% of it that we've actually been in. You know, people have spent time there, really cataloging what's there. Probably nil. I mean, nothing, that much. So how much of that area that shit can just move about quietly without anybody knowing at any given time? The things that can be out there, it just, blows your mind.
Well, there's a lot out there. It's hard to figure out. I've been reading a little bit on the Book of Enoch, and it's it gets very confusing,
Oh yeah,
very confusing.
Yep, absolutely. Enoch. I've heard Enoch. The word Enoch spoken in supposed Sasquatch audio recordings.
Wow.
I've definitely heard it at least once. I feel like I may have heard it twice. Again, I can't speak to the validity of the recordings, but I thought that was very weird. My son had trouble believing till he was thinking about the subject while flying over and visiting Oregon. So it changed his mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's a great way actually to kind of get a grasp on just how vast everything is.
Yeah,
flying over these places, right? Flying over the Grand Canyon on my way to Vegas, like, man, you really get the scope of just how incredibly big all of that is. It really, like, it humbles you. Are there any more books missing in the Bible? All right, which one of you jagoffs forgot to return your book? Huh? Which one of you idiots forgot to return your book?
That'd be a book fine right there.
But it's 50 cents, 50 ruples. Bring it back to the Library of Alexandria now, damn it. I don't know, but I don't think we're getting those books back. I think it's a little bit past due now.
Yeah, probably. Dog probably eat them.
That's right. That's right. That's great. Many secrets in that Grand Canyon. Yeah, it's a pretty neat place, man. It's a beautiful place.
I was talking to one of the Mantell brothers a couple of days ago, and he wondered if I'd ever seen a Bigfoot. He had been talking to some woman that had seen 2 or 3, evidently. I told him, no, I never have, but I kind of want to, but I don't want to either. They say it changes your life completely once you see one. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess right. Obviously, even if you have a strong belief that they're real, the strong belief, and then actually like seeing one with your own eyes, coming face to face with one, having an encounter like that, you can have the strongest belief in it you want, but when you get when you lay eyes on one and you're definitely sure what you're looking at, that is like it's like a changes everything to the core of you, right? Because all your belief system now is like rattled.
Yeah.
You were told these weren't real, they can't be real, there's no way they're real. So even if you believe, there's that part of your brain and your subconscious that's still kind of wondering, right? Saying, I wonder. Yeah. I believe, but I wonder, right? Maybe I'm a little crazy, maybe. And then seeing it, it's like, whoa, like what the hell? Everything just goes now you go, well, anything's possible. Anything. at this point as possible. And that's a life-altering event. Yeah, it's crazy. Imagine if there's giant dog man. No thanks. Nope, I don't want to imagine that. They scare me, man. And maybe it's because I was brought up on like horror movies as a kid. Werewolves were bad. They were mean and nasty, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the Dogman thing. Al, we're happy to have you, buddy. We are happy to have you.
Back to hibernation. Yeah. Have a good night.
Yes, have a good night, buddy. The oceans too. Yes, the oceans. There's so much down. Well, that alone, right? The talk of all these crafts that keep coming out of the oceans.
Yeah.
Right? There's, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched the Sean Ryan show. Whether you agree with his political beliefs or not, I can tell you right now, the show's worth watching.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's a great show. There's not anybody in media besides Sean that gets the caliber of people on that he does. We're talking about, special forces, ex-special forces, ex-CIA, ex-Department of Defense, captains in the Navy, admirals, all of these people who are in intelligence that now can talk because they're outside of the scope of their work. They've retired, all that stuff. And he gets them to speak about a lot of the stuff. And I remember hearing an admiral talk about how they watched a craft, a saucer-like craft, sitting on the ocean floor, lights on and everything. They watched this thing from the submarine they were on, and it just sat there, lights on, not moving. And then all of a sudden, it just took off, gone, like got out of the ocean like in a second and was gone. He also said that there was another submarine or fleet of boats or something that had caught something on radar underneath them, and proceeded to watch as this thing flew under the water, like just was moving under the water effortlessly, and then took off out of the water. The ocean would be the perfect place for something like that to hide.
Oh yeah.
We can't get down to the depths that they can go. I'm sure. Navy pilots video watching Tic Tac fly away, the ocean and back out. Yeah, exactly. Posting those drones at government. Yeah, I believe the drones definitely are government. There's other stuff that's, I think, that's going on too, though, that isn't government. Other weird lights and stuff that don't seem to be government.
Yeah, Dee and I were talking the other day about these drones they were seeing. She had a pretty neat little thought about that. That maybe a lot of those were just projected holograms. They didn't get off a signature. They didn't. Had no not emitting any kind of code or anything. Any frequency. So that's very possible. It could be too.
That's Project Bluebeam.
Oh yeah,
that's what that is. It's that they have the ability to produce 3D holographic images that look so real that you would not be able to tell the difference. And that they were going to use those things to incite some kind of panic, and a fake alien invasion at some point. These are rumors,
Well, I believe it. I mean, it's just they were just experimenting to see what they could do, to try the small drones out first, and then if it works good, and then bring out the big guns,
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So, weird stuff, man.
Yes,
Weird
it is.
stuff. But it's just all, this world that we live in is a very mysterious place, and to go through life with uh, a closed mind on things, and just, you know, willy-nilly buy into the force-fed crap that they give us all the time. I think you're missing out on the magic of what the mysteries of life really are. You know, have a little bit of imagination.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to go through life just thinking that we know everything. That's not the kind of place that I want to live. I want to live in a place where I know that I don't know
Right.
shit about shit. That
Where you
there's
can
so much.
live and learn.
Yeah, well, there's so much stuff out there that we still have to discover, and the magic and the mystery of it all. That's where the fun is at for me. Maybe for some people that's too scary. Not for me, man. That's where I love it. I love it. The Bigfoot, UFOs, sea monsters,
Yeah.
giants, goblins. All these things. That's the cool stuff. That's the cool stuff. Take the blinders off. That's right, Stitchwitch. Take them off. When you get to a certain age, you don't need, you can take them off while you want. You're still blind. That's just part of getting old. That's part of getting old. That was the problem I had on Joe's show the other night. I was on my phone and not on the computer, and I'm sitting there trying to read the chat. I'm going, what does that say? I can't see it. What does it say? What the government says, believe the opposite. Yep, probably right.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
They're out there. Just start looking. Yeah. Sometimes, though, when you start looking, you may not like what is looking back. You don't. That's the thing. That's the only thing where it gets scary. You don't have control over what decides to look back at you.
True. You're right.
You can go out there with the intent of I'm going to go out and I'm going to go Bigfooting. I'm going to go to the woods. I'm going to go to a place that's got a history of Bigfoot reports, and I'm going to go look for Bigfoot, right? And you get out there and you start having strange paranormal shit happen. You don't have control over what answers when you knock. So just be careful. That's all.
Yep.
As you know, this is a cautionary tale from somebody who went through that exact thing this last summer with a bad attachment. You don't want it. You don't want that to happen. Nope. Not at all. But unfortunately, to get the answers and to have the enjoyment of this stuff, you got to get out there and that's all. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Exactly.
Stare at the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back at you. Yeah. Great quote, by the way. Such a great quote. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Very
yes,
true.
it is.
I don't knock trees or rocks. Don't know what it means. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, I guess. You don't have any idea.
You know what you're saying to them. You have no idea.
Yeah, you could be calling them a jerk or
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's tough about like doing kind of the Bigfoot research stuff, right? Is like we don't know any of that stuff, but we're so limited on what we like, how to get answers and how to get evidence, that it's just throwing whatever against the wall and hoping it sticks every time,
I hadn't thought about using 3D glasses. Might be something to try.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Actually,
thought about that.
That is a great idea. Huh? I never thought about that. Very interesting. I have to order some from Amazon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, it is. I want to get me a good telescope one of these days and set it up to where I can check out a few things, but so far I hadn't got it yet.
Yeah, they're expensive, man.
Yeah, they are.
Good,
A
good
good
ones
one
are
is, yeah.
quiet. Yeah, good ones are expensive. But the things things you could see with a good telescope is so awesome. So you're talking about like, looking at the Milky Way and really seeing details on the moon. Like
Yeah.
that's so
Oh,
neat,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'd love to have one I could set up on a porch and let it track the moon, the travel of the moon and everything, and then connect it to my TV in the house so I can sit in the warm and watch it.
Yeah, that would be cool, man.
I just can't take the cold like I used to.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. Looks like you see UFOs that you can't with the naked eye. Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's a way to tell if it's AI. Maybe. You might be able to tell if it's that Project Bluebeam crap. Interesting. Well, worth a shot anyway. All right. Well, I think that's probably enough. Been on here for almost 2 hours. I know about 25 minutes of that was just a disaster. I apologize. I don't know why that did not work the way it was supposed to. Let me pull it up with no problem prior to
It happens.
coming on here. I don't get it. But anyhow, thanks for hanging in there, guys. What's today? Friday?
Today is Saturday.
Today's Saturday. Maybe next week, maybe next Friday. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to wait and see. I'm going to talk to Tristan this week and see about getting him back on the show to discuss some of his evidence and this Bigfoot thing and the humming and all that shit. I'd love to have him back on.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest audio still that I've heard. So we'll get him back on. I'm actually working on a couple other guests too. I'm not going to spill the beans yet, but
there you go. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to be on a Magical Journey podcast next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. And I don't know what we're going to talk about. I'm going to try to get him to let us talk about the little Kelly Little Green Man, but I guess his podcast. I guess he can pick a subject we talk about. I guess, but
Magical Journey. You said the Magical Journey podcast?
Yes, Magical Journey.
Magical Journey.
I've seen him. I've talked to him at the at CryptidCon, and I had forgot about it. And he sent me an email and wanted to know if I could hop on one day, early January. So about one of the days I had open just about.
Well, post it in the group.
I will.
So that there's a link that we can go to when you're doing that.
Okay.
And then, so guys, keep an eye out for that. Obviously, turn your notifications on so you know when we'll be back. Like I said, maybe next week. If not, obviously the following week we definitely will be. And again, if you guys got any ideas that you want to see, that you want to see, you want to talk about whatever this thing, or you'd like to see this person on the show, or please let me know. Send me a message on Facebook, and I'm open to any suggestions. It's your show, and so you let us know who you want to see, what you want to talk about, and we'll make it happen. What's tomorrow?
I'd like to hear about Henry's Bigfoot sighting.
I would like to hear more about Henry's Bigfoot sighting also. Tomorrow's Sunday. Hold on, I'm just looking at something real quick. It's gonna be cold, but not terrible. not terrible. Monday and Tuesday are going to suck. So's Wednesday. And Thursday. Oh my gosh. And Friday. I guess it's that time of year. I should be ready for it, but looks like the cat's heating pads are gonna have to stay plugged in for the week. So anyway, tomorrow, if I can get done with work like before 1:30, I will shoot up to the woods for a couple hours. So keep an eye out for that, because I haven't been able to get out, man, and I really want to get up there. It's just been hard with work and all that other shit. So if I can get done by like 1 o'clock, then I'll get up there tomorrow, and we'll do a live from up there.
There you go.
All right. Well, if you guys are getting snow, hunker down. Hope you stay safe.
Yeah.
And you guys who are feeling ill, I hope you feel better. I know there's all kinds of crap going around out there. A lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, I got a lot of friends got this flu going on.
Oh, flu, RSV, COVID, pneumonia, stomach bug, strep throat. It's like everything. So, keep your hand sanitizer at the ready. And
if you get snow and ice, stay inside. You just sit hunker down. Don't get out unless you absolutely have to.
That's right.
Stay safe. A lot of nuts out there driving.
That is. Oh yeah, there are. Trust me, I'm on the road all day now. It's a bunch of idiots on the road. Don't care nothing about you or me. All they care about is their phone or doing their makeup.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Love you all. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Till next time. Peace.
Have a great night, y'all.